back to Three Idiots with Internet. I'm Blake.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Sam, coming at you on the Sam Cam.
So, Monday Night Football. That was a lopsided matchup.
Yes, it was. We learned that the Bears were the imposter.
Officially, we already knew that. Bills
Yeah.
and Bears are the imposters on the show.
Bears are nowhere near as good as everyone thought, even though the record said different. But
Worst 5-2 team ever.
Yeah, probably. So Nick Foles came out and said that when Matt Nagy calls a play call sometimes, he has almost zero confidence and knows it's not going to work. So, as we already knew, Matt Nagy is not a particularly amazing coach.
no.
And a guy like Nick Foles, who's one of the nicest people on earth, even called him out like that, which I find very, very interesting, and it says a lot to me.
Mm-hmm.
The Rams also showed their fantastic wide receiver depth with Reynolds, Cooper Kupp, and Robert Woods.
Mm-hmm.
Woods having a bit of an off day, though, especially on fantasy.
They without Tyler Higbee, but Gerald Everett stepped up. They have two good tight ends, and they showed it.
Okay, let's talk about injury news. This is a big week in injuries. Christian McCaffrey is officially back to practice and off of injured reserve, which means he could play on Thursday. Who are they playing? The Falcons.
Falcons on Thursday Night Football. Which we'll get to in a minute.
Is it likely? I don't know.
It's a coin toss.
Yeah, there's been no news on it. Like Matt Rule hasn't said anything out this week about it, so I'm not 100% sure. And so Kenyon Drake was he out for a few weeks?
Out for 2-3 weeks, I think it was.
2-3 weeks. They do have a bye this week.
But they have a bye week.
Edmonds, he did play very well last game versus the Seahawks, yeah. And do I think he can? I think Edmonds could hold it off. I think he will.
Hold it off.
Yeah, because he's a very good running back.
Very good running back.
Now, you want to take Mixon and Sanders, Chris?
Yeah, I'll talk about Sanders. So, Miles Sanders has had problems with ankle. He's had ankle issues. He will be he's questionable for this week. As of now, there's no reports. There's been no injury reports from the Eagles practices. So we are very unclear about Miles Sanders, but we'll keep you guys posted on our Instagram, which you guys should go follow now. Joe Mixon, also the same deal. Unclear with him. He's had some problems. They say he's definitely questionable for this week.
And Chris Godwin confirmed out for the next week. Hopefully he'll be back the week after, but on his touchdown catch against the Raiders, he ended up breaking his finger that he needs surgery on.
Yep. So topic of the day. So today we're going to talk about the NFL trade deadline, which is coming up on November 3rd. So just before we started recording today, Carlos Dunlap from the Bengals, one of the big veteran, great player, his career's been on a little decline lately, but he's still a great player. He was traded for a 7th round conditional pick and compensation, and a center from the Seahawks, B.J. Finney, who is a former Steeler and a decent offensive lineman. He plays left guard and he plays center.
And let's talk about a potential Stephon Gilmore trade. There's been a lot of news coming out, especially yesterday, about in the offseason, the Patriots almost traded Stephon Gilmore. They were looking at offers, but then it turned out not to happen. I don't think it will happen because we did just give him a $5 million pay raise. The Patriots did give him a $5 million pay raise over the offseason for this season, and I don't think he's going anywhere.
I feel like that if they could offer a first rounder, I think they will take it. Mm-hmm. He is a free agent in 2022, so if they were to trade him next year, I don't think you'd get anything. I don't think you'll get anything more than a 3rd rounder for him.
And honestly, I love Gilmore, but I don't think we need him. We have great depth for our cornerbacks with J.C. Jackson and Jonathan Jones. So we don't need him. He's great to have, though. Great player. Defensive Player of the Year last year. And there's been no updates on Julio Jones' trade room.
No, they said they're not going to trade him. They're not going to trade Julio Jones. He shut down the rumors this morning. Everson Griffin of the Cowboys, the Jerry Jones dynasty, has been traded to the Lions for a 4th rounder.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's like a first conditional 6th round pick.
Conditional 6th round pick. It confuses me why the Lions are making moves 3-3 and not confidently 3-3.
Yeah.
Todd Gurley won the game for them. but it just makes zero sense to me. John Ross's name has been thrown out a lot. Former first rounder. He's the Patriot. He's a potential Patriots target I've seen. And Quinn Williams. The Jets are hearing offers on him, but they do not intend to trade him at all.
They definitely won't. I don't think they will.
I agree with you. I don't think he's staying there for a bit more.
Yep.
Unfortunate for him. Dwayne Haskins, Redskin, or the football team. The football team. They don't like him very much.
Nope.
After the one game, I forget who it was against, he started bragging about his stats in the loss, throwing for over 300 yards for the first time, and he hasn't started since. It's been Kyle Allen, he got hurt, so they threw in Alex Smith for the first time against the Rams, which was great to see, but Kyle Allen's been their main starter for now, and Haskins is possibly going to get traded.
Last one. This is a huge, probably not going to happen move. But a guy with the name of J.J. Watt. His name's been thrown around. He absolutely despises the Texans organization right now, but he loves the city of Houston. He probably will not get traded, but I think it would be an absolute blockbuster if he were to get traded.
I can see why he would hate the Texans organization. They're terrible.
They choke every year.
Yeah, every year. Of course, Bill O'Brien completely ruined them. He ruined their future, basically, in my opinion.
Yep.
Giving away
Not
a
a
lot of
question.
draft picks, giving away DeAndre Hopkins, completely ruined them.
Yep. So Thursday night football this week. We got Panthers versus the Falcons. It's a very good matchup. I think we're gonna see a great football game. What do you think, Blake?
I think it could be a good game if the Falcons play well, because I think the Falcons are one of those teams that are unpredictable in the way they play. They're not a very consistent team. For one game they'll play terrible, one game they'll do good, and they probably will end up still losing even if they play good. I think it's all about if McCaffrey comes back, because these past two games Mike Davis has not been doing well at all.
I don't.
Absolutely terrible. And of course it's Christian McCaffrey. He's just a huge weapon. And Bridgewater's already proven he doesn't need McCaffrey to win because he has Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore, and Curtis Samuel. But having McCaffrey gives him that extra edge on any other team.
I think we could see Teddy Bridgewater having a fantastic night with that weak secondary of Atlanta, 32nd ranked. I think with DJ Moore, with Robbie Anderson, they could have a fantastic night, and he could have a fantastic night with his wide receivers.
Yeah, I think Panthers are going to run away with this one. Could be a close game, but I think they're going to do it with fair amount of ease. I think it'll be a fun matchup to watch, though.
Rams, Dolphins. Not much to say here. Tua's debut.
Yeah,
That's
I
gonna be
forgot about that.
that's gonna be really fun to watch. I'm really excited to see how Tua does. I hope he does well. I wish him the absolute best.
Wish him the best against Aaron Donald.
Yeah, seriously.
Good way to put him in.
Hope he doesn't
versus Aaron
dislocate his hip again. Jets, Chiefs. We got
Absolute blowout.
this could be like 50-2, 50-3.
I see them at least getting a field goal.
Yeah, they're probably getting a field goal. Bell's homecoming back to New York. Chiefs coming off a huge game. Probably gonna have another huge game. Next we got Vikings Packers. Adams is coming off a humongous game. But can Rodgers keep it up? I think we've seen Rodgers can keep it up. Besides the Bucs game, I think Rodgers has been really good this year. He's been an MVP
Absolutely.
candidate. Obviously not a top MVP candidate, but he's definitely been up there.
Now, Dalvin Cook, is he coming back this week?
Cook is coming back this week.
Huge for them. Without him, I think it would have been definite blowout, but I think he makes it a bit closer.
And also, this is a divisional game, so I think no matter what, it's going to be a close game. I think Green Bay is going to come out with the win because they're just a more complete
Green Bay
team.
is just.
And they're a powerhouse.
Jair Alexander's had a fantastic season.
Oh, yeah.
I saw a PFF report about him today. He's been the best cornerback in the NFL this year. Absolutely shut
Another
down.
great man-to-man corner. You don't see Alexander running any zone defenses. He's mainly on their best player, and that's what makes him so good.
Yep. Colts Lions. Colts coming off a bye, and Lions coming off a huge win from Todd Gurley. So that's gonna be a probably see the Colts win this one.
Yeah.
See, Colts' defense has been good. Their offense has been mediocre. Ty's been NA. Yeah. Raiders Browns. Can Baker do it again? Can Baker have another good game? AFC Player of the Week for offense.
Yeah, AFC Player of the Week. I don't think he will. I think the Raiders are going to take this win. The Raiders, even though having like no offensive linemen from their past game, I think they can still win this because once again the Raiders are still a very, very good team, very underrated team in this league currently, and I think they'll.
For sure.
I think
Sam is a big
big Raiders guy.
This guy. Also, Browns' loss of Odell for the season, huge hit for them. I think Raiders are going to take it. Baker will have a mediocre game at best, but I think last game restored their faith in him.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Titans Bengals. No brainer here. We can see the Titans.
Bengals, 100. I'm kidding.
Probably absolutely gonna thrash the Bengals. We have a special guest coming on this week who's actually a Bengals fan.
Yes, Esteban.
Esteban's gonna come on and we're gonna talk about the Bengals and the Bengals' future, which we're all here excited about. We're excited for the Bengals' future.
Would love to see them succeed.
Actually, being an AFC North guy myself, I'm very interested in the Bengals. Burrow's playing really well. I hope he can keep up. I love Joe Burrow. He's been great for the league. No issues with him. They've been high scoring. Titans need a bounce back. They need a bounce back game here after a heartparting loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah. Another divisional game.
Bills Patriots. I'm a Patriots fan. I can't say I'm feeling good about this game coming off how we lost terribly to the Niners that was a terrible game. And it's all about Cam Newton. Can Cam Newton bounce back to his week 1, week 2 performances how he did? Because clearly, I don't know, he's not playing as well as he was in those first 2 weeks. And on the Bills side, the Bills defense is not as good as it was the past couple years. Nowhere near as good as it was. Their offense currently, I think, Josh Allen and their offense is currently carrying the team. And I'm not gonna bet against the Patriots. Of course, I'm a Patriots fan. I'm gonna say I think New England's gonna win, but
I want New England to win. I really want New England to win here.
Mm-hmm.
What do I think it's gonna happen? No, I don't think it's gonna happen. But I really want New England to win here.
I have to go with the Patriots again. Another Patriots fan. Some upsides for the Patriots. The run offense for the Bills isn't that strong, and that's been the main defense weakness for us. And the Bills played horrible against the Jets. Didn't score a touchdown. Didn't punt.
That's amazing.
It's not very good. Even though they came out with the win, they didn't score at all other than field goals. 18 points, 6 field goals. So I think the Patriots have a definite chance against the Bills.
Great day for that kicker. Next we had probably another decent game. Justin Herbert versus the Broncos. I'm excited for Justin Herbert. I think we keep saying it. We keep saying it every podcast. We are big Justin Herbert fans.
Yes.
Great quarterback.
If he's on fantasy waiver wires, pick him up and start him. Do yourself a favor. Chargers coming off a big win against Jacksonville. Herbert, as we already mentioned, has been playing absolutely out of his mind. Much better than everyone projected coming out of Oregon. Upside for the Chargers is that the Broncos offense looked absolutely horrendous against the Chiefs. And I think Drew Lock has made poor decisions. I know John Elway loves his tall white quarterbacks, but this is not the answer for John Elway here.
Oh, last game, if we talk about the Broncos, they were playing the Chiefs, and the Chiefs' defense has greatly improved throughout the Mahomes era, I guess, Mahomes and Reid era. But I'm taking the Chargers on this one.
So next we got 49ers Seahawks. We have the matchup of the backup running backs. We got Carlos Hyde, and we got
Jeff Wilson.
No, Jeff Wilson's out.
He's hurt.
Oh, really?
Yep. Yeah. High ankle sprain.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
No, Jarek. No, they're starting. God, what's his name? What? Hasty. They're starting Hasty, rookie. Rookie they drafted this year. He looks really good for when he played. I somehow managed to get Carlos Hyde and Hasty in waiver pickups this week,
You're so cool.
and I was 12th in the waiver wire. I don't understand how that happened.
You're so cool.
I don't understand how that happened, but it happened. I think the Seahawks are gonna massacre 49ers. I don't think it's gonna be a question. Saints Bears. Saints are gonna win. Michael Thomas is possibly returning. Slantman himself. Kamara is playing very, very well, as we expect.
Usual.
Bears offense played horrendous against the Bears and playing a probably even better defense than the Saints.
Oh, yeah.
I don't see them doing much, especially if Nagy calling the plays. Cowboys Eagles.
The big divisional game.
Dalton is out. Ben DiNucci out of JMU will be starting.
Cowboys got slaughtered by the football team. And Eagles are coming off a great win against the Giants. It was a really fun game to watch.
Yep.
Boston Scott will potentially start if Sanders isn't back.
Yep.
So keep an eye out on that. If you have Scott and Sanders is out, I would start him. I think Eagles are going to take this one pretty easily. I think Zeke is going to have another very below average game. Good thing I traded him.
Okay, the trade was Michael Thomas and Zeke. I think that's a good trade. And I traded Kenyon Drake. Literally 20 minutes before the ankle injury came out.
He's so lucky.
I am very lucky.
Game of the week.
Game of the week!
Steelers Ravens. Talk about it, Chris.
All right, so Steelers Ravens. I am excited for this one. If the Steelers end up going 7-0 after this week, I will be ecstatic. Here we will be ranking the Steelers the number one team in football.
Our eardrums will be bleeding.
Gums will be bleeding. I will be yelling at my TV. 7-0. Whoo, would that feel good? And I think that's going to happen. The Ravens have not been fantastic. Their highest PFF player is got a rating of 80, which is their tackle, Ronnie Stanley. I just don't think the Ravens are going to be on par with the Steelers. I think the Steelers will beat them by a couple scores. I think we can stop Lamar. We can stop their run game. There's NA run game. They have NA wide receiver game, but they have a tight end game. And with our safeties and with our linebackers, we can stop Andrews. And especially with our cornerback depth, we've four tremendous cornerbacks, and I think one of them will be able to take on Andrews and we'll be able to stop him.
Now, you do have a big loss against the Ravens with Devin Bush out for the year. You do have Robert Spillane who's in.
He stepped up and he's been fantastic. I'm not worried about it, to be honest. I'm not. I think this is gonna be the first game where we realize if we really do miss Devin Bush or not. But I think Spillane's gonna come out and prove himself that he can be the guy, and he can be a player that really steps up big and has a tremendous game versus the Ravens here. He's got to stop Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
Blake, who you taking?
Yes, my opinion on this game is I think it's be a very close game. I think it's be a very low-scoring game because we got to realize
Both
Ravens
have fantastic defenses.
The Ravens defense and their secondary is very, very good, and great edge rushers, great linebackers.
Ngakoue is making his debut as well.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's be a close game because I think the Ravens defense could stop the Pittsburgh offense, and I think the Pittsburgh defense can stop the Ravens offense. I don't know. Me personally, I don't have an opinion on who's going to win this game because I think it's too close of a matchup.
Give out your opinion. You have to shoot.
Flip a coin.
You have to pick someone.
I can't. I literally can't pick a between.
Blake goes with the Ravens.
That would make fun of you next week if that's the case. I'm taking the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I'm going to take the Steelers as well, but I think it could go either way.
It's going to be a very good game. And the Steelers are 7-0. They're
Game of the week for the reason.
going to be 15-1, if not 16-0. Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be I'm really excited for this game. It's going to be a great game. Next we're going to talk about our breakout players of the week.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So for your breakout player of the week, Sam, who are you picking this week?
Patrick Mahomes could easily break out against the Jets. That sucks. Patrick Mahomes against the Jets, going to have a field day. I think he's definitely a breakout player, but he could be a quite obvious one. Gaskins against the Chargers could also do quite well. I could see that. So those are my two breakouts for the week.
I think Carlos Hyde is going to have a monster game against the 49ers, even with their tremendous defense. I think he's going to have a terrific game, and he's going to have a lot of rushing yards. He's going to have a couple TDs, and he's going to be terrific.
My breakout player, I have two breakout players. My number one is Nelson Aguilar. He's on the Raiders, right?
Yep.
He's been playing amazing. Actually, no, he did do well. I think he's gonna have an even better game this week versus the Browns defense. And then my main one, Tyrann Mathieu. I think he's gonna play very well against this Jets offense. I'm thinking a pick, forced fumble maybe. That's just my prediction for it.
Sam, who's going to shut down this week?
Shut down. I think an easy pick would be Zeke. As always, the past 2 weeks, been playing very bad, very poor. I think another shutdown could either be DK or Tyler Lockett. one of the two. Russ seems to favor one of them over the other each game, because if one does good, the other one won't do as good. So I think either one of the two could have an off week this week.
My bust of the week will be the 49ers run game. I think that run game, you can't pick a guy. I was thinking between Hasty and McKinnon. I think the 49ers run game is going to be shut down. And I don't think they're going to be much of a factor this game. Blake, who are you thinking?
I think who's gonna have a bust this week is gonna be Josh Allen versus the Patriots defense.
Okay.
I'm excited to see Stephon Gilmore on Diggs. Hopefully, that's the matchup I want to see. And I think the Patriots defense, secondary at least, will be able to shut down Josh Allen, make them run the ball more, because I think they're going to target the run anyway. But I just think Josh Allen's going to have an off game.
Yep, without a doubt.
Thank you for watching. As always, like and subscribe. Comment down to see ideas. Comment any ideas that you guys want. Follow us on Instagram, 3 Idiots with Internet. And then, yes, thank you for watching.